Hello, friends. Welcome, welcome. We are going to do a little Reiki healing and oracle cards because I had a wonderful idea come through, this divine download, and I got myself all caught up in the details. I got myself caught up in indecision. And I think that that is something that we can absolutely probably all say that we experience, and probably on a very regular basis, decision paralysis. It's like sometimes you can have all the ideas and just not know where to start. So I just feel as though the way to combat that is to ground our thoughts and our energy. And I am going to be pulling a card from my Soul Journey deck because I believe that when indecision strikes after you have some kind of like message or intuitive guidance come through, I feel as though there is a learning in that. And so is it procrastination? Is it self-sabotage, which procrastination is a form of? Is it fear? Is it doubt? What is it? And I feel as though we're going to get to the bottom of that. So if you feel indecisive lately, if you know that there is something that you want to do, you're feeling called to it, but then you're kind of getting yourself kind of getting too caught up in the details, then this is for you. Okay, close your eyes. I just did a little spritz of beautiful essential oil blend, lavender, geranium, rosemary, and joy. Okay, as we close down our eyes, just feeling a connection to your body and your breath, and affirming that you are open and receptive to this Reiki healing. And for the next few minutes, just allowing yourself to be in the energy of receiving. And as you do that, welcoming in the light, the love, and the power of Reiki to be here now. And to hold you in this moment, in this space, to stop, pause, and let anything that is becoming tangled within you to untangle, breath by breath, moment by moment. Now, indecision can be a sign of doubt or fear or a lack of belief within ourselves. And so as I send Reiki to the solar plexus chakra, located in the stomach, just notice if you are currently feeling indecisive, or if you remember a time when you have been, where did that energy begin to sit or pull or land? Perhaps where did it feel heavy, or where did you feel a churning? And it may well be that you are feeling it or have felt that in your stomach. And if you're experiencing or feeling it, or another part of the body is coming to mind, just allow that to be. And I'm seeing an image of a washing machine. The cycle is on, and it is, I don't know what that thing is called on the inside, but it's turning back and forth, and it's churning. And so as presence of Reiki is here, the light, the love, and the power. Let's invite the Reiki to support us in whichever way is for our highest good right now. And then placing one hand on your forehead and one hand on your stomach. And here we are balancing the third eye and the solar plexus. Solar plexus is our instinct. And third eye, intuition. So balancing intuition and instinct to bring upon more trust and faith, more belief in ourselves. And the more we trust in what we are seeing or sensing and feeling, and the more we are able to take small inspired actions, the more we build that belief within ourselves. It's interesting as I now see the image of the washing machine that was churning before. It is now stopped. And actually, I'm just seeing the image of hanging the washing out. And I think that what this is saying is when we stop, we take even just a brief few minutes to just stop, pause, to tune in, that turbulence, that movement can stop. And from that place of pausing, we can then take the action. Okay. When you're ready, coming back, just noticing, is there a sense of clarity that you are now feeling? If there was any uncomfortable sensations in your stomach or maybe in your heart, sometimes when we're doubting ourselves, we can, create that anxious kind of energy. Notice if you feel lighter, clearer, more grounded, more connected. And then notice if how you're thinking about the thing that you wanted to take action on, but then maybe got yourself caught up in knots a little. Notice how you are perhaps being able to see that in a different way now. And notice a readiness to take that one small step. Okay, from our soul journey deck, what is the confirmation? What confirmation would most serve us here right now? Judgment. Okay. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Now, I actually think this card is coming through. It's twofold. Oftentimes, when we get that intuitive hit, that divine download, and it feels so right and so true, there's two things that can stop us. And actually, they're one in the same anyway. It's that we fear what people will think if we do that thing. So we're perceiving that judgment from others. So that can then stop us from taking action. But in actual fact, it's because we're judging ourselves. Because we are judging that we aren't going to do it perfectly or well, it's not going to be as good as somebody else would do. And so the amount to which we judge ourselves is the amount to which we're going to perceive that judgment from others, because everyone's just a mirror of each other. So I believe that this card came through because if we got ourselves caught up in indecision, in worry, in fear or doubt, we were on some level judging ourselves and expecting that somebody would judge us because of how much we're judging ourselves. So this deck, the Soul Journey deck, I work with this deck to receive a message or a lesson that is a lesson to overcome. How do we overcome self-judgment? How do we overcome those doubtful thoughts that come into our mind? We can do what we did just before. We can stop, we can pause, we can land in our body and with our breath, and we can give ourselves a spaciousness, a bit of space so that we don't feel so close to those either conscious or unconscious thoughts. And when we give ourselves a bit of space and a bit of distance, when we reground and regroup ourselves, then we can see things differently. So I believe that the message this judgment card is coming through is release the judgment that you perceive from others through being so kind and compassionate and loving on yourself, and programming your thoughts so that your energy, your vibration is in alignment to that I can do this. I can do this. This is totally something that I want to do, that I feel called to do. And I'm going to take inspired action one bit at a time. There's no such thing as perfect. The work is never done. So I don't need to expect that, especially if it's something that you haven't ever done before either. So, and, a really beautiful message of Reiki, the system of Reiki, is to be kind and compassionate to others and to ourselves. Because from that place, we begin to program the thoughts and the beliefs and align our energy to know that we can do anything. Okay, let me just see if there's a longer message. Okay, and just notice, it might be that you close your eyes to fully receive this, but notice if there's even just a word or one line that speaks to you right now. We are all spirit. We are all the same. It's only the roles we've chosen to play here on earth that make us seem different. The biggest lesson you have chosen to learn is love. There are so many situations in this physical dimension that it is possible to incarnate into, but the core lesson is to look past these illusions and see yourself in everyone. Each soul has chosen its own struggles, and your task is not to judge how someone goes about overcoming these obstacles, but to assist that soul. And I believe that is twofold. We also have chosen, everyone has chosen their own struggles. I believe in soul contracts. We've all chosen, we all said, I'm going to come into this life, I'm going to learn these things with these people. And not only are we in our humanness learning to bring more love and compassion into the way we think, speak, interact with others, it's also of ourselves. So Spirit has given you the tools of compassion and empathy to help you see through the eyes of those who appear different. Equally, see through eyes of love when you are looking at yourself, at the things that you are doing and the things that you are not doing. And the more that we look at those things with eyes of love and compassion, the more we step into action. Okay, your ego has taught you that making other people feel insignificant or inferior will allow you to feel better about yourself, but this is an illusion. Equally, I know I keep flipping it, but equally, because I feel as though it's important to say, our ego can oftentimes convince us that we need to be punished, that in some way we're bad, not enough, and therefore it kind of almost, it's coming from a place of love because it's trying to protect us, but in saying that it fuels a story of being inferior. Not only as we judge others, because we all do that, and that is our progression and learning, but in our own sense of inferiority that we're healing. Okay, always learn to follow the golden rule. I will treat others as I would like to be treated, and I will treat myself, with love and kindness as I treat others with love and kindness. Because oftentimes, the things that we say to ourselves, we would never dream of saying to a friend or a family member. So I feel as though it really is important. Everyone in your life is here to teach you something about yourself, accept the lesson with love and understanding. Every experience in your life is here to teach you something about yourself, an opportunity to grow and expand. So thank you for joining me, this little impromptu Reiki and Oracle reading. So let's release judgment of others and self. Let's bring more kindness and compassion into our experience. if we are noticing indecision, procrastination, that is a form of doubting ourselves, which is a form of judging ourselves. So as we do the inner work to stop, to pause, to create spaciousness away from that judgment, we can actually see it's just our ego trying to keep us safe, but actually it's not safe to suppress our intuitive nudges. Yeah. So if something is calling, take a breath, reset, tell yourself you can do it, and then go for and do it. Okay. Lovely to see you today. Much love, and see you again another time.